Hey, we're back at the top again today on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon, and we've got news and the demo coming at us from all angles. But whoa, let's slow down as we go back and look over a type and see what Generation 7 can do to improve on it. This is the 16th episode in the series, so if you haven't seen any of the others, you must have had your head in the clouds. Today's type is still not the Dark type. Not sure if these foreshadows will come true, so I won't make another one. Update. They did not come true. Dark and Ghost will be out on 2 separate days. It's actually the Flying type. Time to see how Pokemon Sun and Moon could improve this type. Right off the bat, I didn't even have to look this up. I knew it immediately. Name the only model Flying type. Don't worry, I'll give you time to think. Okay, time's up. It's Tornadus, a legendary. I don't think it's that difficult to create a mono Flying type, you know? I know for a fact there could be some new ones. Not even including a potential Eevee evolution. Remember when those people were thinking Sylveon was part flying? Haha, that was so funny. They were so stupid. I was one of them, though. But really, it's not that difficult. Maybe if Game Freak stopped pinning the normal type on every regular bird, we could avoid this problem. But they just keep doing it. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I can just say my opinion, and that's it. This was mentioned while trying to improve the Poison type. The Flying type doesn't really make the Flying type itself. Game Freak has just tacked on the Flying type as the second type, and no one really bats an eye at it. What do you think of Pokemon such as Talonflame, Zapdos, or even Rowlet? You mainly think of their first type. Even regular birds just get the normal type first. No respect for the Flying type at all. Except you, Noivern. You embraced it. I commend you for being so brave. You special attacking Flying types have it so good. You get pretty good options. Air Cutter, Air Slash, Hurricane, nothing really that damages you. But those physically attacking birds, they're the ones who have it rough. All they got is Brave Bird. Aerial Ace is the other move as well, which is fine because it can't miss, but there's no middle ground here. And before anyone in the comments section mentions Drill Peck, it's actually not that widespread. That's why I'm not mentioning that. And even Brave Bird is detrimental because it causes recoil damage. I just suggest giving Drill Peck to a lot more Pokemon. I mean, even Empoleon gets it. I'm just trying to make sure people have an option not to hurt their birds when attacking. We've got another Alolan and Mega Pokemon coming your way, and even though Mega's return, it doesn't look to be the forefront for these games. Same with the Alolan forms, as they only seem to be using Generation 1 Pokemon, so we'll keep the current format we've been using. The Alolan form we have today is Alolan Fearow, who was designed by Silver Strange Court from DeviantArt. It is a water flying type, and its changes involve, and I quote, Alolan Fearow all have said to have branched from regular Fearow from a common ancestor. Living close to the ocean, they have adapted to preying on Tentacool and Bruxish, sometimes attacking the ones that are stranded on the beach and cannot return to the water body. Given the abilities Big Pecs, Early Bird, and Storm Drain, and you've got quite the tropical bird to go against. Now to the Mega Pokemon. We have my Draft League former mascot Staraptor. This design by Fatmon from DeviantArt caught my eye, and it's actually quite polarizing. Most Megas don't go through major changes, but apparently Staraptor does. It grows a tail and arms for some reason, but I'll go with it because it looks menacing. It gains a fighting Flying type, and because of the new bulky look, it loses some speed but gains a metric ton of attack and defense, while gaining some in its special stats as well. It gets worse because it gets Tough Claws as its ability. By worse, I mean worse for you, because you gotta go up against it. Now, if you remember Mega Aerodactyl falling short with this ability, look how destructive Mega Staraptor would be with such moves as Close Combat, and Brave Bird, and wait a minute. Reckless kinda does the exact same thing with those things. Oh well, it's still gonna be super tough to go against this thing. So here are 3 new moves that would bring something new to the table for the Flying type. We've got one from each category, and we'll start with the physical move Twister Kick, where the user launches a kick that creates a twister along with it. It has a high chance to crit and could leave the foe confused. Its base power is 85, and it's pretty much just a flying blaze kick. The special move is called Gale Force, where the user produces high winds to strike the foe. This move also drags out a different Pokemon. Its base power is 100, and to balance it, we'll give it 5 power points. The status move is my favorite out of the 3. It's called Wind Shear, where the user summons high winds that lower evasion and prevent any stat reduction or gain from occurring. It also raises the power of flying type moves by 50%. Also, with that stat reduction thing, it cancels out anything currently as well. This is the weaker version of the mysterious air current caused by Delta Stream. This would be an interesting weather effect to add to the metagame, I would be all in it for new weather effects. At last, we get to the concepts for the flying type. We don't have to look at the type chart this time because the only one missing is Mono Flying, which I know Tornadus has already, but not on a regular Pokemon. I also want to say that there's no Mono Flying type in the concepts, as I could not find one. With that out of the way, we'll start off with this Eagle Pokemon, or Falcon concept, designed by Suicune's Rider from DeviantArt. It is a grass flying type, as it seems to be a mix between an eagle and a peacock, I guess. Its stats show that it is a quick but fragile bird, but its attacking stats are pretty solid. The attacks I could see it getting would be Drill Peck, Leaf Blade, Night Slash, and Swords Dance. Solid concept, just keep it away from the freezer at all times. The last concept I have is this woodpecker design from Smiley Fakemon. Again. This is actually going to be the surprise to replace the missing Mono Flying type. We're going to try to build Pikipek's final evolution today. It is a steel flying type and surprisingly fast and not as defensive as you think. But we're spoiled by Skarmory, I know. Just look at its stats though, it's more of an offensive steel type than anything. But we also need to take advantage of that skill link ability that Pikipek has already. The attacks I could see it getting would be Drill Peck, Steel Wing, Bone Rush, and Shift Gear, plus some other new move to take advantage of stat ability. Pretty neat, huh? So that will wrap up this type. With only 2 types left to go, I've been saving the best for last. We'll see if I can get something special going for the last set, but we'll find out. But don't forget to leave your ways to improve the flying type below, and while you're there, drop a like from the top if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more stops on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon, including the final stop, because we are almost at the promised day. And don't forget to leave suggestions for the next type, as we only have 2 left. Let's hope this project can end with a bang, though. But with that, thank you for watching. I hope to catch you back at the top later on, because that is how you do it. Squad! Hang in there, buddy! Hang in there. Oh, this is too much!